No, you must honor you.
But girls are hard with this. So young, it's not gender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be thy truth then, be thy downer. I hear this claim on my rich chair after my sometimes daughter. I think.
Help each other make our scenes better, but it also
I feel like gets us over the fear of actually performing in front of like a real audience that could like, judge you.
Before the project's done, like the teacher can like see if you really did the project that was supposed to be done instead of just like going out there and messing up.
If the student like sees like the effort that the other kids are trying to put in, they can like, I don't know, like try it out and like see if they like it or not.
You can stick with the base of your first drawing and then add on to it later to make it better.
So with thumbnails and drafts, you can have multiple layers.
Also, like, you know how to start. You're not confused or scared by the blank paper, and you can start because you know what you're doing and you know exactly
your steps.
Exactly.
Do all of your peers believe in thumbnails and drafts?
No.
I keep delaying on it because I am not taking this seriously as well as I should, and I think tomorrow will begin my change and I will do better.
So whatever you do there is going to determine how the rest of it turns out.
How long did you spend on your first color draft?
Like 5 minutes.
Okay. And then you went into the critique, right?
Yeah. And this is the result. And
So that's what happened when you didn't have a plan.
Yeah. So the first one was like sort of a mess because I didn't really understand abstract completely. So I was just like doing a bunch of lines and coloring.
Do you think some kids don't know how to start and that's why they don't do their thumbnails and drafts at all?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So
Maybe they need to brainstorm first.
They just feel that with the thumbnail, they're like, they can't change anything. And then they feel like they are forced to stick to their drafts or to that idea. So I think that's why.
So there's this misconception that a thumbnail is a final thing?
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
Really? So maybe giving more time in class for planning?
Yeah.
So would you agree that the brainstorm piece felt a little fast, especially with our abstract piece?
I don't know. Maybe the environment.
What about it?
A quiet environment or like a place you can work in. Well, personally, I think they should spend from, like, I don't know, a longer time on the color draft because that's like the basic. I mean, that's like the foundation for the rest of your work.
Like slow down the process because every person has a different way of developing their thoughts or developing their drawing. Some kids may take longer.
So I guess acknowledging that everyone learns differently.
well, Kenny likes to do things at home because that's just how he works best, and Alberto likes to do things like here because
Home.
or like what you just said you didn't like to do your planning.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
doing the things on the spot.
Yeah, you like.
It's because if I do it at home, I know I'm not gonna do it.
But
That's what I'm saying.
Kenny likes.
I was just like getting colors and doing whatever I can.
Some others may have it quick or may have an idea of what to draw, but others take their time.
Instead of just telling your students to do it, to like really work one-on-one on them so they could be able to full on know what to do instead of just getting the expectation they have to do it. Like they need like that little process before they do everything.
Say the lady is beautiful. It's true. Like you're gonna be like really like you're gonna try to convince them because you've seen it. So you're gonna try to convince them that she's really beautiful.
So they need to know the why.
Yeah.
Is the why in drama the text comprehension?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like since the text was harder, I feel like I was just trying to avoid it instead of like going at it like face to face.
They just think, okay, so I just need to memorize it throughout until I go to the showcase. But instead of doing that, they have to be able to understand it fully and be able to know it.
So some students didn't understand the
No,
text.
they're just reading it,
Okay.
even if they annotate it.
My advice to you guys is to, like I said, to focus on the kids that are like not like paying attention and like pull them out during class and like talk to them one-on-one to see what's the problem.
Our teachers should definitely focus a lot on the rough draft. But like I feel like you guys should like keep track of how the students look. Like
I feel like my problem was for me is just that I just kept playing around instead of like actually doing the work because I guess I just had like a bunch of energy in me.
or maybe like just like rearrange certain students things. Like if Kenny likes to do everything at home, maybe he should do something else in here that would be productive for his work at home.
So students should have different journeys?
Maybe, but then again, that's a lot.
Maybe just let them draw the metaphors of drawings so that they can later on put them together.
So focus on composition second.
Yeah.
So have different steps to the thumbnail and draft process?
They could also research artists that inspire them. Like, get them started with their brainstorming. And,
So time to analyze models?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about peer tutoring? Like helping someone brainstorm?
I feel like it really helps because like with Alberto and Ashley, he found it easier to work with her together one-on-one, and I heard him say he got a lot of ideas from her, so it really helped him out.
Right now, when I was like here and everyone was like pitching ideas and I was able to look at everybody else's, I guess it was easier to figure out what I wanted to do.
You're able to hear your like other students' opinions when you think you already had it right. They could like correct you and make you like you gotta act like that character. Go for it.
You should actually like focus on the students that are like not like taking this seriously, and like actually try and put them with the students that are actually taking this seriously, like me and Avril and Gina and the rest of us.
So like we like talk to each other rather than just like try to figure out what we want to do like alone. I feel like it'd be easier to come up with ideas and stuff. I need more time in class for planning, and I feel like the class should share and like work together to plan, because when you work together, it's easier to come up with ideas. And like personally, I found it a lot easier to work off of here because of Ashley and how she was helping.
Working together with a good partner?
Yeah.
So how did you get him to have an original idea? Did you just keep asking him questions?
Yeah.
Like what were some questions you asked him?
Like, what do you want to do? Like, what is your message to your drawing?
Well, do you think working with partners helps?
Yeah,
Okay, but why?
because like they share out different ideas, and like you could make it better, I guess. Yeah,
So peer feedback.
yeah,
Is peer feedback important?
yeah.
Okay. So you were kind of sketching for him.
Mm-hmm.
Could you say a little bit more about that? Like why?
Like if I would tell them, like for example, like a tree, I would like draw a tree, and then he would change it.
So you would kind of draw and then he would modify.
Yeah.
Why do you think that helped him?
I don't know. It made him like, I guess, improve it more.
What was wrong with his original idea?
No, I don't know. He didn't have an idea at first.
It's hard coming up with ideas, and they just come out of nowhere. You can't predict when they're coming. Well, prison, yeah.
Like the videos that you told us to see, I know some students didn't do it, didn't see them. Like that, they should be able to have like some kind of like time where they could do it in class, where they could be forced to watch them, because at home they were not going to do it.
So it's about the students helping each other.
Yes.
So it's not about the teachers.
The teachers,
I mean, the teachers are like guiding us.
the teachers have like a higher, like they have like a lower, I'm not gonna say lower impact, but like they're when it comes from someone who's like your age, who understands you, who like
It's more
empowering. Yeah, it's more like effective. Like
Are students more likely to care about what students say versus the teacher?
I feel like yeah, because then like they're stuck there while the teacher could just walk away and tell you what to do. So you could like you decide to do it or not. But if there's the students there, then okay, I have to show them that I actually understood what they're doing.
So students are more likely to hold each other accountable in the middle of the project.
Well, he was just reading his lines like a robot. So I technically just told him to like get specific words from the sentence and to like add the movement in it.
Gave them different ideas to do, and I was just throwing out ideas. And Adriana also helped too. And then he started writing them down. And then I started drawing, like sketching them for examples. And then he came up with something.
Well, when we started working on, when she started helping me on Friday, I noticed that she was actually trying to like help me, and I guess I saw that, and I started working, and I guess you saw that too when you walked in.
I would just tell them, okay, so you really need to work on this. Like you by just saying it while we have it in class is not doing anything to you.
Does it give you more courage when your peers help you?
Yeah.
Can you explain why?
He'll just stare into the sky and then like be like just stop. Like just stop when he didn't know it. And I'll tell him instead of just stopping, like go back a few words and say it all again. Instead of just like saying like, oh okay, I messed up. Like to like keep it going.
I've been getting a lot of help in drama by you and by by my peers.
You have to work on it. Like I was like really telling him to get on his stuff, cause then what I'll work on him in that class. The next class I would quiz him on it.
You would
to
quiz
see
him.
if he forgot it or not.
You would hold him accountable.
Yeah.
When we were doing the rehearsals on Friday, she was basically telling me to add more movement and how I could say things so I could better understand it.
And does that motivate you to memorize now?
Yeah.
So if he messed something up, you would have him redo it.
Yeah.
So you would hold him accountable.
Yeah.
How did you hold him accountable?
I would just tell him, okay, so you really need to work on this. Like you by just saying it while we have it in class is not doing anything to you. So you have to kind of take it outside of class.
So you guys care about what each other think.
Yes.
And you don't care about what I think.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But in reality, like, how much do you care about what a grown-up thinks?
Whatever. I don't know. Like for example, if you, Ms. Capara, says you need to change your voice, make it higher. Like, you'll be like, okay, yeah, sure. But like if Melody says it, they'll be like, oh my god.
Like, I'm telling that because if it's from an adult, we think of it like, oh my gosh, she's just
like,
nagging
she's like,
or
she's just
being annoying. But if it's from
But if it's from like a person you care about,
then we're just like, holy cow.
I do care about you, Ms. Capara.
It's not true.
I'm not offended.